Once upon a time, deep in a forest full of tall trees and babbling brooks, lived a bear. But this wasn't just any bear. Oh no, this bear was grumpy. Very, very grumpy. Now, no one really knew why the bear was always in a bad mood. Maybe it was because he didn't like being woken up early, or perhaps it was because the squirrels kept running through his favorite resting spot. Whatever the reason, one thing was for sure. This bear grumbled and growled at everything. One sunny morning, the bear was lounging in a cozy patch of grass, trying to enjoy his peace and quiet. But then, chirp, chirp, chirp! The birds in the trees above started singing their morning songs.
Ugh, do you have to sing so loud? Some of us are trying to nap.
The birds, of course, couldn't hear him, and they kept on chirping happily. The bear rolled over, trying to block out the sound. But then something else happened. A group of chipmunks dashed by, chasing each other in a game of tag. They zigzagged around the bear, their tiny feet rustling the leaves.
Hey, watch where you're going. Can't a bear get some peace around here?
The chipmunks stopped for a moment, blinked at the bear, and then scampered off, giggling. This only made the bear even more grumpy. By now, the bear was in a foul mood. He stomped through the forest, growling at everything. He grumbled at the butterflies fluttering by. He grumbled at the rabbits hopping in the meadow. He even grumbled at the sun for shining too brightly.
This forest is too noisy, too bright, too cheerful. Why can't everything just be quiet and calm?
The other animals in the forest began to notice the bear's bad mood. But instead of avoiding him, they decided they wanted to help. The wise old owl, perched high in a tree, called a meeting with the other forest creatures.
The bear is always grumpy, but maybe he just needs a little kindness to cheer him up.
The animals agreed, and they came up with a plan. The next morning, when the bear woke up, he found a surprise waiting for him. Right outside his den was a pile of delicious ripe berries, his favorite kind. There were juicy blueberries, sweet raspberries, and plump blackberries, all neatly arranged on a big leaf. The bear blinked in surprise. He sniffed the berries, and his mouth watered. He couldn't help but take a bite.
These are delicious.
As he enjoyed the berries, the chipmunks from the day before shyly approached, carrying a flower crown they had made from the meadow's prettiest blooms. They offered it to the bear.
For me, it's nice.
Soon, more animals arrived. Rabbits with crunchy carrots, birds with beautiful songs, and even the butterflies, fluttering in patterns just for the bear. Everyone came together to show the grumpy bear a little kindness. And do you know what? The bear's frown slowly turned into a smile. His growls turned into soft chuckles, and his grumpiness melted away.
Maybe this forest isn't so bad after all. Thank you, everyone. I guess I just needed a reminder of how wonderful things can be.
From that day on, the bear was no longer known as the grumpy bear. He still enjoyed his quiet naps, of course, but now he also appreciated the sounds of the birds, the playfulness of the chipmunks, and the beauty of the forest around him. The animals were happy to have their friend smiling and content. And as for the bear, well, he learned that sometimes a little kindness is all it takes to turn a bad day into a good one. The moral of the story is, a little kindness can go a long way in brightening someone's day. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, subscribe for more magical fairy tales.